What is up, guys? It's Ford Focus 165, and today we are going to be reviewing all the hypercars that came out in the brand new Ultimate Driving update on Roblox. There are 6 hypercars to review, and almost all of them have just few in the world for real life. But anyways, let's get to the part that you guys have been waiting for. The cars, and we're going to be starting with the hypercars and then go down in nationalities or in categories. So now let's get starting. As you see here, the Hennessey Venom at 5 in Ultimate Driving has a price tag of $4.4 million. It gives you a cashback of $1,277 a mile, with acceleration of 0 to 60 in just 2.3 seconds. And it has a max speed of 293 miles per hour, making it the fastest car in the world as of now for Ultimate Driving. But in real life, the Hennessey Venom at 5 is claimed to go 301 miles per hour. But I guess they made it 293, because if you go 300 miles per hour for top speed, it'll probably be a little uncontrollable. Still, that's very great. So there's no more 1-to-1 as the fastest car. This beats it by 20 miles per hour. So let's buy the Hennessey Venom F5, and then I'm going to customize it off camera, and then we'll resume back to the review. Okay, guys, so now it's time to review my brand new Hennessey Venom at 5. And yes, I did start at 96.4 million. Now it's down to 92. But anyways, let's get started. For the design, I love this, guys. Just look how sick that is, especially at the back. They did a great job with this, and I will give this a beyond a 10. This design is just outstanding. I'll give you a closer look right here. And replicating the real life version on the front too, as it's turning night. So we're going to have to turn on our headlights. And yes, guys, now it's time to do some performance tests. So let's get on the highway. By the way, here are turn signals. They're giving just a small circle on the headlights, but they have a really nice feature on the back where the whole brake light around is doing it. It seems like Max wants to race me. I'll do it later though. So this thing, the acceleration is just amazing. So once we get on the interstate, we'll do acceleration tests with 0 to 100 and top speed, since now they're already giving top speed, well no, acceleration from 0 to 60. So let's do some acceleration tests in 3, 2, 1, go. So guys, this thing is just really fast. Just a little over 4 seconds. It's too quick to even count. It goes 0 to 100 miles per hour. And it's probably around 15 to 20 to go full 293. So that's just amazing. Let's do a little braking test to see how good it is. Oh, braking is so good. This is probably even better than the McLaren F1. Braking is so quick on this. Probably perfect for roleplay as well. So this is just a great review right there. So now I'm probably going to turn around to see if I can do handling. By the way, if you saw on the screen, it gives you 2,500 experience points. So yeah, that's just very amazing. So we're going to go to the Cape Henlopen Beach and see how handling is. So let's see how handling is. Handling's a little good. Very good. It may be a little heavy doing turns, but it does a good job though. So yeah. So you probably don't want to go too fast, because if you oversteer it, it might, well, not turn right. But this is actually very good for a car like this. So now we are going to move on to the next car as we say bye to the new fastest car on Ultimate Driving, being the Koenigsegg 1-to-1. And there are still a few cars who make more money than this, but still, that's a very outstanding job. Boost as well, what it looks like. But we are now going to move on to the Lamborghini Centenario. So now we move on to the most expensive car in the game on the new car list. The Lamborghini Centenario, making a price tag of $4.8 million. And sorry if you guys see my battery running low, I'm going to have to charge it a little bit. Yes, it gives you a cashback of 1,311 miles per hour. That's what it gives. I was making sure I give the right words there, but yes. It has acceleration from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And it has a max speed of 217 miles per hour, which I guess that's a little slow for the good cashback earning cars and for the most expensive car in the new update, but it's realistic. Lamborghini make the speed like the Aventador and stuff like that, and it's 217 miles per hour, so they did a good job with that. So it's maybe slower than other cars like the Hennessey Venom F5 that we just reviewed, or McLaren F1, but it's very realistic as well. So now let's buy the Centenario and review it. Okay guys, so we're now on the Lamborghini Centenario for driving. And a fascinating fact is that there are only 40 real-life versions of the Lamborghini Centenario. 20 coupes and 20 roadsters. Now the design is also fantastic. It's very nice and sleek with its straight design, but if you go and zoom in, you see on the rear lights there's a little separation right there. So that looks very cool. And also you see some fins added to the Centenario, as that makes the Centenario an incredibly handsome car. You see a Lamborghini badge on the sides. And yeah, design is just great on this. Really incredible. So now let's do some tests. So it's 2.3 from 0 to 60. But again, we're going to get on the interstate and see what 0 to 100 and the top speed's like. So we are going to be doing the acceleration test. In 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, guys, acceleration is also incredible on this. From 0 to 100, I think it's about like 4 seconds, maybe even less. And then from 0 to full speed, it's like probably somewhere from 12 to 15 seconds. It was a little slow since I crashed into the wall, but yeah, I minused out a few of those seconds so it can be more accurate. So now let's go to South Beach and do some handling and braking. Braking is very good on the Centenario. Very good. Here's turn signals and hazards. This thing gives you 2,700 XP a mile. I see in turn signals you see lines lighting up and blinking on the headlights, and on the rear it's just that the lights are blinking. So let's do some handling at the South Beach houses. Or the gas station. Handling's very decent. Pretty heavy though as well. So it's not too bad. Guess it could be better. Or maybe it just depends what speed you're going at. Like, you have no problem when you're doing this at slow speeds, but as your speed's higher, you have more of a problem turning. That's just to give you a heads up right there. But doing it slow is no problem. So this is just another great car. Pretty much. Again, top speed of 217 miles per hour. Great acceleration on this. And the performance is very good as well. I also just noticed there's carbon on the Centenario. So yeah, I've seen a lot of Venom F5s on the road, but this is the first Centenario I've seen in Ultimate Driving for person. So now let's move on to the McLaren P1. So first McLaren that we're going to review is the McLaren P1. Out of the two, it's one of the three that has a movable wing. But anyways, let's get to it by purchasing the McLaren P1, which costs $2.7 million. It gives you $1,132 as a cashback. 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. And then for max speed is the same as the Centenario. 217 miles per hour and 350 kilometers. So let's go and buy this. So McLaren P1 has a limited production number in real life of only 375. And this is one of the very few cars with the movable wing, as I said. If you want to know how to control the wing, all you have to do is press V. And if you press V, watch this. It has that very awesome feature. It's sick. The wing going down with a touch of a button is just amazing, guys. And this is only one of the 3 cars that have this. So I'm very excited to drive this around. Here's the turn signals or hazards. Backlights are just like the same. Front lights are just small circles right there, so nothing too much with the turn signals. But now, let's do some performance tests. So, we're going to do some acceleration tests. Once we get on some straight road right here. In 3, 2, 1, go. In like less than 3 seconds, we did a 0 to 100. But I wasn't really counting, so now let's do full speed. Acceleration is probably just in about 7 to 10 seconds. So this is a very quick acceleration car. Oh my goodness, this is very quick, guys. Oh my goodness. And we just unlocked the Toyota Prius GT. So we got that on live. But now let's turn on towards Woodbury by doing handling. And handling's very good. It does a very good job with the handling. You see, going around the new map, this road will curve. I just saw a red Prius come by. So yeah, this does a good job, and we almost fell in the water, guys. Almost. But yeah, this thing does a pretty good job. Braking wise, let's try this out. Braking could be better. Still, it's pretty decent. Get decent things out of this. Let's add boost. I keep forgetting to do that. And also a clip of the Centenario, since I forgot, with boost. So let's go add boost very quick. So here's what boost looks like with the McLaren P1. From the middle exhaust pipe. You earn 1,650 XP on the McLaren P1. Now, let's go to a second McLaren. It's going to be very nice. Named after an F1 driver, which is the McLaren Senna. So now, we're at the McLaren Senna. I just really like the specs on this car. It's a solid $2 million in price. It gives you a cashback of $1,072 a mile. Acceleration from 0 to 60 is 2.8 seconds. And the max speed you go in the McLaren Senna is 211 miles per hour and 340 kilometers. So now we're going to purchase the McLaren Senna. Going to put this in like a dark blue. Probably be even darker by the time you come out. Okay guys, so the McLaren Senna, there are only supposed to be 500 units produced and 75 GTR models, which means there are only going to be 575 of them in the world, named after a famous F1 driver. And what I love about the McLaren Senna is that design. the carbon too, but the design on the rear light, that straight little fin line, just makes it a very excellent touch. Or carbon on this, you can literally see yourself easily in that. And like there's a little window on that, window on the bottom of the door too. You can customize that secondary color for your fins under the headlights. I did a very good job with the headlights and the rest of the car. I picked silver wheels. And yeah, so this thing is just so gorgeous, guys. I can't stop thinking about it. And well, in a future video, I'm going to do the police Senna, only because the stats on the McLaren Senna are the same as the police Senna. So probably in a future patrol, I'll use this police Senna. But now, let's do performance test on this thing. It's just incredible. So let's start from here. In 3, 2, 1, go. Acceleration is very great on this thing. Oh my goodness. It's about, I say, not even 5 seconds for it to go 0 to 100. Probably maybe even 4 seconds. And then from full speed, it's probably like somewhere from 10 to 11 seconds. So this thing is just a beast acceleration. Now we're going to go into Kensington and do a turn. By the way, here are the turn signals. As we zoom in, the front side only has like some small ovals. And it's just the lights flashing again on the rear. You earn 1,300 XP for every mile you make with the McLaren Senna. So now, let's do a handling test. Handling is very good on the Senna. It probably gets a little lower in weight if you go at like top speed. But yeah, this is very great, guys. I can't wait to drive this a little more. Braking is good too. It's at like a good amount with all the other supercars. Very nice. And yeah, top speed, everything is just excellent. The McLaren Senna was designed to reduce weight, and in honor of a F1 driver for Formula 1. Probably should not say F1. It's probably just abbreviation for Formula 1, but yes. I really like the McLaren Senna, and this is probably just one of my favorite cars, and I know the boost is gonna come out right there. Whoa, guys, you see boost coming out right in the air, guys. Right in the air. Anyways, now let's move on to the Porsches. Next is the 918 Spyder. Next up is the Porsche 918 Spyder. It has a price tag of $1,690,000, and it's the first car making a price tags from somewhere to $1 million to $2 million. So you see that one over there. And it gives you a cashback of $1,045 a mile, which was just only $20 more more than the 1-to-1 in the old update. It has acceleration from 0 to 60 in a quick staggering 2.2 seconds, and it's claimed to have a top speed of 211 miles per hour. So let's buy it. So now we have our Porsche 918 Spyder. We are about to review in just a second. Fun fact, there is only 918 models or examples in real life, and they did a very good job design wise. Whoa, this is my favorite brake light. They have this futuristic technology right there. I think those are my favorite brake lights. They look so nice and sleek. Oh my goodness. And they added that realistic feature too with the hood. That's what the Porsche 918 has. And this is another car that has a movable wing. So as you watch this, the wing will go down. That's another cool feature, guys. But now let's do some performance tests. From 0 to 100 and top speed. We'll do that on the interstate. As soon as we get on it. So we're about to do our test. From 0 to 100 and top speed in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay guys, so in about 15 seconds it's 0 to full speed. And I think from 0 to 100 it's about like 6 or 7 seconds. So yeah, that's very good acceleration for a Porsche 918. So they did a very great job on this. Braking's not bad either. It's pretty good. Let's see how handling does. If we turn on the exit. Handling is a little slow on the 918. Just to let you know. Like if you go at a higher speed, try to turn, it'll probably take forever with a lot of force to turn on the 918. So that's just a little information about the handling for the 918. I think it's a full speed of 211 miles per hour. Since we're going a little downhill. Boost comes out from the middle because as you see there, right behind the driver and the passengers where the exhaust pipes are. So that's a very interesting thing. So Porsche 918 is a very great car to consider. And its two gas tanks represent one's gas and one's on hybrid. So now, let's go on to the final hypercar, which it's the Porsche 918 Spyder's predecessor, the Carrera GT. So now we're at the final hypercar we're going to review today. And yes, it is the predecessor of the Porsche 918 Spyder. Has that nice little older look as well. You see the work behind the passenger seat. Yeah, very nice. They did good detail on this. But anyway, let's buy the Porsche Carrera GT. So now we're on the review for this car. Now design wise, design is pretty good on this. They did a nice job designing the Carrera GT. So all the cars have really good design. They did a good job with the Carrera brake lights as well. Yeah, it just looks very nice. In the older times where the Carrera was out, it was most likely a manual transmission. Just to give you as a fact, but still, that's good. So Carrera GT was a car that people have been waiting for. So now let's do the acceleration test. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so it goes 0 to 100 in about 7 seconds, and then about 13 seconds for it to go 0 to a little over 200 miles per hour at its full speed. So, yeah guys, braking is good. You get 740 XP for every time you earn a mile. Let's see what else. We have to do handling. And handling's good on this. So yeah, 22 Pilots did a good job making this. So let's add some boost. And then do a little test with the boost to see where it comes out. Probably somewhere like over here next to the license plates. So yes guys, I hope you enjoyed this video very much about all the hypercars and all-speed driving. You may like this video, comment in the box below for your thoughts about all the hypercars. What do you think about their performance? What do you think about what they do as well? And what do you think about them in general? Also this video in general. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat located in the description, and you may subscribe. Bye!